Hetapu, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste, Haru Nefer, may Buddha bless you. This is Qesankh Keperu with another exciting video for you. And in this video, we're going to talk about why our days are numbered. But before I do that, I want you to hit the like button on this video. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button to get notifications on when I go live and when I upload recorded videos. If you're interested in knowing more about my spiritual teachings, I have free ebooks for you. You can scroll down below right now, click on any one of those links, download the ebook and start reading today. They're free. If you want to follow that rabbit down the rabbit hole and learn more, become a Patreon supporter. You can do so for as little as $1, $5, $20 per month. There's no obligation and you can cancel any time. You get exclusive access to instructional videos on the esoteric that'll teach you to communicate with ancestors, to work with the oracles. If you are a Sarah level contributor, supporter, all your oracle readings are free. You get videos on self-hypnosis to teach you how to stop overeating, get rid of negative habits. You'll have videos that will teach you astral projection or Qesankh. So become a Patreon supporter today. Last but not least, share this video with family and friends so we can get the revolution started. All right, let's go into the subject matter. Let's talk. Let's talk. You know, I'm very hard on people. Very, very hard on people because I'm hard on myself. But I want you to know that I sympathize with your condition. I feel your pain. I can't help but to feel your pain because I'm an empath. I want you to understand that the situation you find yourself in is not necessarily of your own doing. You see, you were born into this world, and you, in many instances, have to accept your lot in life because it's fixed. We live in a caste system. When we talk about, and this is why you have the Hollywood media machine pumping out images of how great capitalism is and how if you work hard you can make it, which is a lie, because they literally, due to debt, keep you as a slave to the system. And no matter how hard you try, you're not going to be able to get out of that unless something comes along like reparations or you hit the lottery. Because the system is designed to make you a slave. The system is designed to keep you in debt. We're living from paycheck to paycheck. That's not an accident. But the Jay-Z's and your P. Diddy's and all of them are meant to be aspirational and to make you believe that you could achieve that type of wealth when the odds of achieving it are astronomical. I am here in Vegas where I have a lot of oil tycoons or businessmen who come to me and say, show me how to manipulate reality so I can win at poker or win at craps, and then I show them. But I also make it very clear that the odds are in the house's favor and that they're fighting an uphill battle, but still they don't care. They want the secret to manipulating reality. And I gladly do it to help to try and balance out things to where the house doesn't always win. But you're a fool to play the game. But these, and for a long time, I didn't realize why these men and women who had incredible wealth, who we call whales, and I toured the hotel rooms they get comps, and it's extravagant. When I was there, I couldn't believe they were getting these free hotel rooms. So these whales, I learned, don't play for the money, but more so for the excitement, because they can afford to lose lots of money. which is interesting because they have the money, but I have the magical knowledge. You see, very interesting pair. All right. But the idea is, again, the odds are stacked against them. The odds are stacked against you, but you still aspire to be a Jay-Z because you've been fooled and brainwashed into thinking that you can become that next person to achieve such a massive amount of wealth, even though the odds are astronomically against you. Yes, it'd be great to be the next Elon Musk, but what is the likelihood of that happening? But yet, the Hollywood machine flaunts these individuals in front of you to make you believe that there is a possibility of you achieving that. And it is keeping you from being focused on that which you can achieve. It's keeping you from acquiring the things that will give you real power in life. You understand? Because individuals like your Biggie Smalls, your P. Diddy, they were appointed. They didn't just sell CDs out of their trunk and became rich and famous. No. They were appointed by the ruling elite, the oligarchy. I'm sorry that you don't want to hear that truth. I was telling people years ago about these filmmakers getting deals in Hollywood, and I said, these people who are getting these deals have been appointed. They have been selected. They didn't just make a film and then the film got popular at a film festival and then suddenly they're getting accolades. No, I said these people are being selected. Issa Rae is selected. Because you're living in a big experiment and you're part of the social engineering that's going on. And when you try to follow Anthony Robbins' program, when you try to follow that real estate program and you fail, you consequently blame yourself, never realizing that the program itself was never designed for you to succeed. You bought into something that had no practicality and no way of elevating you financially. But you drank the Kool-Aid. And the worst part about it is you blame yourself for not being intelligent enough, not working hard enough. If we go back to the 90s, when there was this proliferation of multi-level marketing schemes, everybody was getting into them, pyramid schemes, whatever you want to call them. And when you failed, those institutions would blame you for not being motivated or hardworking enough or not going out there and getting a good enough downline. No, you weren't at fault. That entire program was a card game, a house of cards. It was like the tower in the tarot. It would eventually just fall all apart because it wasn't built on strong foundation. So don't feel so bad if you are not where you want to be in life. You have very sinister forces, very strong forces that are opposing you. Okay? And these forces are not going to just let anybody get in and succeed. That's not what it's about. Now, I want to look at things from a more grassroots level. Because we really don't understand the extent of the danger that we're in. You see, these forces are very, very intelligent. They have populated our community with incels. They have populated our community with agents. They have populated our community with organizations that are to our detriment, but they may seem to be for us. One of the things I started talking about was when you look at the Hotep community, your Umar Johnson, Jay Morrison's, Dr. Boyce Watkins, I said, you have to understand that all of these individuals are connected. They are connected. And they try to pretend as if they're not connected, but they all are operating together and they come from the same source. See, there is a secret society organization out there that doesn't want us to succeed. And in order to keep us from succeeding, they populate our community with these taskmasters who seem pro-Black, B1, ADOS, Foundational Black Americans. And the idea is that you have to be for the Black community. And they are to define the narrative of what it means to be pro-Black. And anyone not with that is an enemy. But when they themselves are agents sent to suck the life out of the Black community, sent to rob us of our resources. The same holds true for Creflo Dollar or Frederick Casey Price. When you look at these individuals and these mega churches, one has to wonder, how did they amass such a following? When you look at social media, like a Young Pharaohs and you know, Brother Polite, how did they amass such a following? Well, you see, they are agents that were set up to succeed, and they are known as influencers. You see, one of the missions or objective of Young Pharaoh was to introduce feminism into the Black community, an extreme form of feminism, so that it would be gynocentric. So you would have these women who would hate men, Black men, to such a degree they would promote the abortion of Black male babies. So his job was to promote an extreme form of feminism under the guise of the Black woman as God, which no Kemetic or religious doctrine ever taught. Ever taught. And if he could get a certain amount of followers to come on board this feministic doctrine, it would break apart the Black nuclear family, the Black family. Now, that's not all they were doing, because they didn't put all their eggs in one basket. They had other things going on, like Black Lives Matter, which very obviously stated in their website that they were for the destruction of the nuclear family, and that the Black man, the straight Black man, was the problem. All of these individuals and organizations working in concert, but pretending not to work or know each other. You have your Boyce Watkins pretending like Jay Morrison just came along with this opportunity, when in reality they probably made backdoor deals, whereas Boyce would pretend to support Jay Morrison for a kickback knowing full well that Jay Morrison's opportunity would never yield any good results for the masses of Black people who would invest in it. Let me say it again. These individuals are working with each other and they're getting kickbacks, all the while pretending like, oh, well, I reviewed his plan and it's solid, so I'm going to invest. No, you made a backdoor deal with this guy. That if you were to promote him on your channel, he would give you a certain percentage of everything that came in. And you, not knowing anything, thinking that these people are disconnected, don't know each other. They will even have online beefs to pretend that they are fighting against each other to help promote each other's channel. One of the things that we need to be aware of is that they saw the growing influence of the Kemetic religion, the ancient Egyptian religion, among the Black community. They needed to destroy that right away because they destroyed Afrocentrism. So they had to destroy Black people's allegiance and affiliation to the culture and practice of ancient Kemet. So they brought in your young pharaohs, your brother polites, who they knew would destroy the credibility of the religion. And this is what you see before you is happening now. To the point of where when you say Hotep, you think negatively of the Kemetic religion. And I'm not going to mention the organization that is behind this because I know who they are. But they set these individuals up, your brother polites, your young pharaohs, to get a lot of the followers so that they could go in there and promote the Kemetic religion and then destroy it. Again, they all are working together against you. And the problem is that it is so many factions that exist that it's hard to know who's legit, who's not legit. But what you need to know is that they all are detrimental to you. And if they are allowed to continue, we will see the destruction of Black culture, of Black people, because there's too many of them for us to ward them off and protect ourselves. And these hidden hand, the oligarchy, has made sure that they would be all of these individuals and organizations, no matter where you turn, waiting to destroy us. People don't come out of nowhere and amass hundred thousands of followers just like that. There's somebody behind it. We already know that Boyce Watkins had an Asian guy backing him. See, that should be a telltale sign that there are forces who are behind these individuals. When that Asian guy came out to talk about he was the real brains of the operation behind Boyce Watkins, we all should have paused and said, well, who else is out there? Who's backing young Pharaoh? Who's backing Brother Polite? Who's backing Jay Morrison? Because there are people backing them. Who's backing Umar Johnson? Umar Johnson is an agent who's been set up to suck money out of the Black community to distract us. But because they know that we are swayed by rhetoric oratory skills, wordsmiths, that we go along with anybody, even though their plan is discombobulated, even though they don't have a plan. All they need to do is speak eloquently, and we'll support them. They don't have to show any tangible results, just keep talking. The ruling elite knows that this is a major fault of Black people. Style over substance. And if you continue this way, your days will be numbered. Because the universe will need to teach you a lesson. And even if the lesson is extreme where you go extinct, you still must learn that lesson of stop valuing style over substance. Stop valuing oratory skills. Stop valuing rhetoric. Look behind the words. Ask for tangibles. Stop being impressed by intellectual masturbation. It's not Umar Johnson's fault that he comes along and raises $2 million for a school without any curriculum, business plan, financial statements, or anything. It's the fault of the community that was stupid enough to throw $2 million at someone with nothing on paper. That's the epitome of ignorance. It's not Jay Morrison's fault if he has been in jail, drug dealer, convicted felon, what have you. It's you that gave him money knowing that he had a shady background. And then when he doesn't produce, whose fault is that? It's not his fault. He's just doing what's in his nature. It's a criminal. He's going to commit criminal activity. Don't blame the alligator for snapping at you. It's in his nature. You are the fool. Do you understand? So unless we start to connect these dots of what's going on in our community and understand that these people are all working together and tied together, and that beyond them is a sinister force that's bankrolling them, we'll never gain any traction. We'll never get ahead of this. We'll constantly be behind the eight ball. Stop thinking that these individuals are like you and I. They're not. They're not. Stop thinking that there are no forces out there that are out to get you. Yes, there are forces that are out to get you. There are forces that are out to get you. And then if you awaken and open your third eye, you will start to see why they have used the Kemetic religion as a mean to amass wealth illegally in most cases. Ask yourself why all these individuals have a criminal background. Why are they all using the Kemetic religion to promote themselves and their dubious behaviors? Because they want to destroy your religion. They want to destroy your legacy. That's what they're here for. They're here to cause chaos, infighting, suspicion, to suck the money away out of the Black community. When you have people like Jay Morrison, Umar Johnson, Young Pharaoh sucking the money out of people, they will never organize. they will never organize. How can you sufficiently organize when you're constantly giving money to fraudulent movements and organizations and individuals? Then Pharaoh says he needs money for his defense fund or whatever. He's going to sue YouTube. Next thing I know, he's driving a $70,000 car. What is up with that? Is that what you paid for? Is that what you paid for? But you are more concerned with eloquent words than what somebody's really doing. That school that Umar Johnson bought is a junkyard. It's an EPA disaster. It'll never be a school. But you still think this man has some good ideas. You don't even know who he really is. So I want you to step back before it's too late. And meditate, contemplate, look at these individuals and divorce yourself from them. Keep away from them. Because the more you associate with them, support their channels and their endeavors, the more we're going to be headed off a cliff. Yeah, Umar needs our grid money. Yeah, I know, right? Kenneth. But again, remember, these aren't regular individuals. Where did Umar come from? Where did Jay Morrison come from? Someone's setting these people up and putting them out there in the Black community to destroy us. Check their backgrounds out. Investigate. Ask for tangible. Give me a business plan. Give me financial projections. See, Black people think that the more from the street you are, the more hustling to do, the realer you are. That's not true. Because real business is done differently from what you're seeing from Umar Johnson and Jay Morrison. Those are grifters. But our people don't really understand how business is conducted on a global level. How business plans are put together. How companies are incorporated. How companies merge. How financial projections are put together. How estimates are done. Timelines are done. We don't understand this, so we don't ask for it. But this is standard practice in the real world. How is it that Jay Morrison could file bankruptcy prior to getting your investments? Was he filed bankruptcy 3 or 4 months before taking investments from the people? Why would you give a person money? Why would you invest in a person who just filed bankruptcy? You have to be an idiot. You have to be a bona fide idiot to do that. And there are a lot of idiots because he raised about over $10 million. But there's something wrong with us mentally because we're unable to put 2 and 2 together and understand that if you are practicing the Kemetic religion, you shouldn't be cursing. You shouldn't be beefing with other people. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't find yourself in a hotel room with a 14-year-old girl. These are not normal things. But we've normalized dysfunction so much so that when a person like Jay comes along and asks for your investment, even though he's filed bankruptcy, you don't see a problem with that. You don't see a problem with that. And then you give him your money, and when you don't get a return on your investment, you get all bent out of shape. Well, that's your fault. That's your fault. So you have to get it together and understand that you're in a fight for survival, that there are these agents all around you. You're an endangered species, an intelligent man or woman. They don't want you thinking, especially the church, the Christian church don't want you thinking. That's dangerous. Oh my God, he has a thought. He has an independent thought. We got to stop that. Red alert, red alert. Umar Johnson, Boyce Watkins, all these characters literally telegraphed what they were about. They didn't hide the fact that they were grifters. You could see it coming a mile away, but you ignored the signs because they kept going black first, B1, intelligent black discussion, this, that. And that's all you heard. That's all you heard. When you get an opportunity, donate to the channel. Please hit the like button. That's very, very important. If you're here, hit that like button. So as I bring this to a close, I want you to really, really think about the situation that we're in. Think about who you support. Think about what you're fighting for. Because you're going to have to pick sides. You're going to have to pick sides. If you want to be, if you like being moved and motivated by just words, that's on you, but I really feel sorry for you. And we'll get nowhere with people like that. This is Qesankh Ma Keperu, son of Ma'an Tahuti. Ma'an is the beautiful goddess Heteru. Until the next video, Amun Ra.